Hannah here. Welcome back to my channel. So a lot of you have requested more Instapot meals. Here's one of our favorites. So let's get started. First, I click it on and I push the saute button. So I'm gonna make kind of a play off of chicken Alfredo, but I'm gonna make a vegetable melody to go with it too. So I'm gonna take 3 chicken breasts. I like to cut it in half, and then I like to slice it in kind of like medium-sized chunks, like not too big, not too small, kind of bite-size. And I'll put them in the pot so it can kind of saute and kind of get a caramelized edge to it. And that's just, that way kind of the juice stays inside of the chicken and it makes it still tender even after you pressure cook it. So now I'm gonna add the special part to making the chicken kind of have a really good flavor, and the rest of the melody. Kind of dice that. And what I'll also do, not a lot of people know about this, but they're little baby onions. It's called shallots. I really like the flavor of them because they're not too strong, but they have kind of a sweeter taste to them, and they're bite-sized, and so they're almost kind of like a blend between garlic and onion. So I take about 2 of those, plus a bigger onion like I did before. And then I'll do my garlic. I like to do real garlic cloves. And here you can see the technique of how to cut them. You just smash that puppy, and then you cut the end off, and then you just peel it, and then I just dice it in little slithers. Now I'm gonna put these peppers in. You don't have to do peppers. I just like the flavor of the peppers, and I just do 2 of them. If you're gonna do 3 chicken breasts, then I do 2 of the peppers, just medium size. Cut them up, and they're not too big chunks. I just like to kind of do little bite size. Also not too small, because whenever they cook with the rest of everything, they'll cook first, and so you don't want them to be too thin of a slice so they don't turn into mush. So now I'm gonna add my potatoes. I do about 10 of those little red potatoes. I just like to use the little ones whenever I'm making stuff like this because, 1, it takes a lot faster to cut them up because I literally just cut it in half and then cut it in half again. And also I like to get those organic mini potatoes from Sprouts. They are awesome. Just cut those bad boys, put them in there. You don't need them to be super small, especially if they're the miniature size. It's just a lot less peeling and taking off bad spots. Now I'm going to put green beans. The green beans, they're my favorite. I like to wash the green beans and the potatoes together just because it's faster and easier. And of course, you can wash all that extra chemical that could be left on them from the grocery store. I usually soak it in my veggie soak from Young Living. And then you just cut the ends off of those and then break them in half and put them in there. So here it's gonna look like I put a lot of salt in here, but trust me, it's really not that much, probably a little less than a tablespoon. Whenever the pressure cooker cooks your food, it really sucks out the flavor, so you wanna make sure it's salted enough. I put sesame oil. It brings a really good flavor to it, plus a little bit of liquid smoke, garlic powder, onion powder, really yummy. For a little bit of liquid, I put the chicken broth in, just a little bit, about a cup of it. It helps it keep it moist and also not stick to the bottom after it cooks. Stir that around, make sure it's all mixed in. Look how beautiful that is. Put the lid on, click it where it shuts and it's secure, and it will sing to you. No joke. It literally goes da-da-da. Not even kidding. Make sure the little valve is not on venting. It's the other way around. I think the thing says steam on it. Make sure it's there, not on venting. Then you want to take it off a saute, push the pressure cook button, it will automatically be on 10 minutes. You can cook it for 10 or 15 depending on how cooked the chicken looked to you. I just put it on 15 just in case. Then after you set that, just leave it alone, and then it'll just stay on until it gets to the temperature where the pressure cooker starts counting the timer down. It's all finished, and so it's now on the warming part. What you're gonna do is do a quick release, and so you wanna go towards the knob and you're gonna push it towards venting, and don't stand in front of it because that's what happens. All the steam starts coming out. So while you are letting the steam release, you can make your noodles. So I just use fettuccine noodles, and I put about 1/4 cup of butter in there. Put the noodles back in the pan that it was in and turn the burner on to like low. Add about 1/2 cup of chicken broth, 1/2 cup of heavy cream, and freshly grated Parmesan cheese. Just mix all that up until it's nice and gooey and kind of gets really cheesy.